The article I chose discusses taste, an ideal from sensation and perception. Perception is what interprets the sensation that occurs. The article describes how perception can influence our taste on different solutions that could produce many different tastes. The title of my article was A Dynamic Cortical Network Encodes Violations of Expectancy During Taste Perception. And the authors refer to the work from Veldhuizen. The introduction. The article deals with the issue on how perception can deceive taste. There are many other studies involving taste that also reveal how an outside stimulus can affect or alter someone's taste. The authors of this article followed a neurological approach by tracking brain waves and observing how the waves shifted as perception did not meet up with reality. Their hypothesis was that if someone is told to perceive a certain taste, but the solution taste does not match up with the perception, then there will be a spike in brain waves. The methods they used. The authors presented subjects with a sweet solution and a tasteless solution, and asked them to indicate by pressing a button what taste was perceived. The authors supplemented these analyses of brain activation with analyses of psychophysical interactions, a method that uses the activation peaks as seed regions to identify interregional correlations in the fMRI time series that are explained by task modulation. To determine the relationship of these interactions, the authors develop a model of the brain functions underlying reactions to unexpected taste presentation. The results. They realize that perception and deception of certain tastes occurring cause the spikes in brain activity, and these can be recorded and tracked and seen within the fMRI correlations. And I have presented an example of an fMRI. The conclusion was that the authors have provided insights into the neural processes of violations of the expectations about taste by revealing a network comprising attentional, reward-related, and primary taste areas under real-life conditions. Food can be shown that by seeing certain ads, you can be perceived to taste things that you wouldn't without having seen the ad. So my ad is this KFC ad, and it has a sandwich that's on fire, saying that theirs is the spiciest, and it compares all other sandwiches to a piece of cake because their spice is on no other level like theirs. By comparing the spiciness of their chicken sandwich to other sandwiches as less hot, the viewer is perceiving that this sandwich must be the hottest. Now, if you went to test it and have a group with the KFC sandwich and one with a different sandwich, but say that it is the KFC sandwich, you would see a trend that the people who saw the ad are expecting a sandwich that will light their mouth on fire. There are many factors that affect how someone could perceive this and how it would affect their taste. If someone is more accustomed to eating spicy foods, they might think that the KFC one is a piece of cake now because they were used to that level of spice. But because they wanted it to be hotter than anything ever before, and your perception was skewed to believe that it was hot, even if you didn't think it was actually hot, your perception could set your mouth on fire, sways the taste, and you believe it's hotter than what you would actually believe. You would see the increase in brain activity because you're expecting the sandwich to be hot, but your body knows that it would not be hot because you've had this level of spiciness before, but the perception is conflicting with what your body is saying, and that opposition creates the feeling of surprise that Veldhusen mentions when your perceptions don't match the reality of your taste. You could change the ad by not showing the hot pepper, but still comparing the others to cake, and test the analysis I have created, because without the pepper, people would no longer perceive it to be as spicy as they do now. And if they got the control sandwich that was not actually spicy, there would be no spikes in brainwaves, because the perception would now match their reality of their taste.